everyone. What's up? Jamie Laszlo here for Record Roulette. Day three. Day three. Can you believe it? 3 days in a row. I've been active on my channel. What is going on? How long can this keep up? I don't know. We'll find out. I'm getting ready to do in 25 minutes a video on the Contrarians. We're going to do a live video where we talk about our favorite album covers with no text on the cover, no letters, no numbers. So that should be fun. That's 7 o'clock. It's 6:35 right now. So I got 25 minutes. That should be plenty of time, more than enough time to play Record Roulette. The roulette wheel, of course, is my Discogs app. And what I do, I don't even have the app up. I go on here, my Discogs app, where I have 5,000 and some records, CDs, and vinyl records, and tapes, and music DVDs, and I hit random. It brings one up. I don't know what it's going to be. Could be something I hate. Could be something I love. Could be something I don't know shit about. Could be something controversial, like yesterday when I said Pantera. I hardly listened to them. But I get that that was an unpopular opinion. Totally get it. So what I'm going to do is hit the random button here. It's going to pull something up. I'm going to go to the wall of music. I'm going to grab it. I'll be back, and I'll tell you my thoughts on it, or any thoughts that come into my mind in regards to it. So I'm hitting the three dots, spinning the wheel. Sometimes I like to do that. Just like a wheel spinning, you don't have to do that, but I like to do that as I hit the random. So we'll do that. And what is it? Oh, it's a good one. Now, is it my cassette? Is it my CD? Or is it one of my two vinyls? Let's find out. It is the CD. So I've had this CD for a long, long time. Let me go to my classic rock section and go under S and grab it. I think it's around here. Where the fuck is it? I don't have my footing quite right with, this has been here for what, maybe 4 or 5 weeks. I don't know where everything is. I needed a couple months so I can just blindly, with a blindfold, grab what I want. Right now, I'm like S, U, and then it goes to T over here. Yeah. So today's record on CD format is Crime of the Century by Supertramp. When I was a kid, back in the golden days, golden years, womp, 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 I had a paper route. So I was going on my paper route, and I came across some garage sales sometimes. And I remember I bought some albums on vinyl one time, and one of them was Breakfast in America by Supertramp. And I brought it home, and I loved it. Loved it. I didn't know dick about Supertramp at the time. I knew the couple hits. I know I heard them on the radio. Loved the album. I didn't know if that was their first album. I had no idea. It's not like the internet was there and I could look them up. I just knew I liked the album a lot. And then I don't know how much longer it was. Could have been a year later. Still on my doing that fucking paper route, which was a bitch, man. Ugh. And I had to pay someone to get that route. I remember I had to pay like $30 to the chick who had it before me. She should have paid me to take it off her hands. Anyways, so someone was having a garage sale and they had this album on cassette. I was like, ooh, they have other albums? I had no idea. Is this the same Supertramp? I don't know. I was 13 or something. So a lot of you are like, 13, I've been listening to rock and roll for like 7 years. I was a late bloomer. I started about when I was 12. And I bought the cassette, and I came home and listened to it. And I listened to it nonstop for, I don't know, 20 years? No, not that long. But I listened to it nonstop for a few years. I thought it was amazing. I had my Walkman, and you put those speakers on, and sonically with those speakers, it was just so good. It probably sounded like shit if I compared it to today's technology and today's headphones. But my little Walkman back then, man, was rocking my world. And I used to, I used to drive around with a bike with a boom box in front, and the handle was clipped to the handlebars, the handle of the boom box. And when you hit eject on the cassette, it kind of popped out. So I could just grab the cassette out and I could put in, I don't know where I had my other cassettes. I probably had them somewhere in a jacket pocket or something. And I put in another cassette. I had Crime of the Century in there all the time. And then when we went bike riding, on our little adventures, Laszlo was the music guy. And the six of us were off. But yeah, Supertramp was my ears really opened to what rock music could sound like. I was listening at the time to Def Leppard, of course, Pat Benatar. I had my Duran Duran. Did I discover Maiden yet? I'm not sure if I discovered Maiden yet. It had to be right around the same time. Uh, but this really opened my ears, my eyes to what music could be like. And to this day, they say that your favorite shit music wise, you discovered before you were 15. And that's kind of true because your brain is a sponge back then, and you just and you gets into your DNA. And then as you grow older, things bounce off you a lot easier. This went right in my DNA, and it's still in my top 5 or 10 albums of all time, favorite wise. Crime of the Century. I just don't think it gets more beautiful than that song when it comes to progressive rock. Is this a progressive rock album? I think so. Is everything they ever done progressive rock? I would put this in my top favorite progressive rock albums of all time, but I would not put Breakfast in America. I don't think so. No. Even in the quietest moments, yeah. Uh, what about Brother, Where Are You Bound? Is that the name of it? Brother, Where Are You Bound? Would I put that in there? Well, it's got that one long song. I forget what the hell it is. Cannonball is kind of progressive because it's like 6 minutes long or something, kind of quirky. But yeah, a lot of them. I would call Supertramp a progressive rock band overall. So there you go. Crime of the Century, Supertramp. It was a good one today, folks, right? Yeah, it was a good one. I got to talk a little bit. So I like to keep these short, though, short and sweet. You go on with your life, I'll go on with mine. And we're out. Later, guys.